Okay, this is Lap Steel Basics, volume number 2, and in this one we're going to be applying the techniques we learned in volume 1 to a song. We're going to be learning Amazing Grace in open D tuning for the 6-string tuned lap steel, electric lap steel. So this is a great one. I've included a jam track if you want to play along with it, or if you want to play it just nice and slow and bluesy with a little bit of overdrive to your tone, that sounds really cool too. So in this one, in addition to applying the techniques, what we're going to be doing is learning some new ones. We'll be learning pull-offs and slides and pull-offs, and this is a great opportunity too to work on your intonation, playing in tune with the jam track. That'll really help you, be honest with your intonation and also with your timing too. So if you got your tablature, go ahead and print it out and set it on a stand in front of you, and let's jump right on in here to Lap Steel Basics, volume number 2. For open D tuning, 6-string lap steel. Let's go. Okay, here's the first phrase of the tune, and I'm going to take it fairly slow so I can really delve into these techniques. We'll be covering measures 1, 2, and 3 of your tab. So the tune is in 3/4 time, so we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that first measure actually starts on beat 3 of the tune. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that very first note in measure 1 is on your 2nd string open. That means you're not barring anything. Just play that with your middle finger. Make sure we learned from our first lesson, good technique. Karate chop the bridge. Just let your hand come into a kind of a fist like you're holding a golf ball. Keep that thumb in front of your index. And in this particular one, you can use your middle finger or index or thumb for that first one, but I have it written in the tab as my middle finger. Okay, and then in measure 2, we're playing 4th, 2nd, and 1st string. You see that, and that's open. We're not using the bar for anything. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You could just pick it together like that, but what I do a lot when I'm playing solo lap steel or dobro is I'll roll that chord instead of picking it just straight. Sometimes I do a quick thumb, index, middle like that. Just kind of adds a little bit more spice to it. So you could either roll it quick like that, or if that's too hard for you, just pick it together. If you're just starting, probably just picking it together will be great for you. Okay, and then we do a quick low bass on our 6th string. That's just to kind of, in my arrangement, kind of fill in the sound. Okay, and then on beat 3 there, we have a triplet, and it's a slide. So what you're going to want to do with this is the first time we're using the bar in the tune. the bar or the slide, I call that this middle thing, the bar or the slide, is we're going to be sliding from fret 4 down to fret 2, and then we're doing a pull off. Now my bar is angled up, so I'm just using the tip of my bar to get that 4th fret, 1st string, using my middle finger in my right hand. Now we're wanting these lower strings to keep ringing out as I do that slide. So when you do that slide, your bar is tilted up at enough of an angle to where you're not muting out. You're not going to touch any of these lower strings and mute them out. And when you get down to that 2nd fret, just pull off at about a 45-degree angle so that these lower strings keep ringing out. Just like that. And what you want to do with your hand is make sure your hand is in position. Even though you're not touching the strings, make sure it's in position so you're not having to real quickly jump to that fret that you're supposed to be when you bar the 1st note. So there's measure 2. And then in measure 3, this is a good opportunity to really work on your intonation. You're playing that open 4th string with your thumb and your 1st string with your middle finger. And you're going to be sliding up to fret 4. That's the note F sharp. That's our major 3rd of our D chord. Now make sure that that note is in tune. Let me play it out of tune, show you what out of tune sounds like. You really play it and make sure that you're as in tune as what you can get. And if you're new to this, I would, once you find that note that's in tune, just keep playing it. Really develop some muscle memory. And also visually see what it looks like down there on your fret. So far this first phrase is. And once you get to that 4th fret, you can use a little vibrato. What I like to do with vibrato is, even if I'm just playing just that one note, my ring finger is still back behind my middle finger to mute out any sound even coming off that one string. So what I like to do with vibrato is to keep a little bit of space between my middle finger and ring finger, my left hand, and then just move the bar back and forth in that little space. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next phrase.